Act 2, Scene 1. Scene 3. Curculio enters the street in burlesque haste. Patch over one arm.
Sorry. Make way for me, friends, strangers, while I do my duty here. Scatter, clear out, get off the street, everybody, so that I may not carry into anyone and lay him out flat with my head, or elbow, or chest, or knee. And I tell you what, it's a sudden, pressing, urgent job I'm charged with now. And there's no man rich enough to block my path, neither general nor despot. Any of them, nor market inspector, nor mayor, nor burgomaster. I don't care how grand he is. Down he'll go. Down he'll drop from the sidewalk and stand on his head in the street. Yes. And as for those Greeks in short cloaks that stroll about with muffled heads and stalk along with their clothes bulged out by books and provisions, baskets, grenades, that stand about together, palaver together, block your road, set themselves in your way, stalk along with their sage observations, fellows you can always see guzzling in a tavern where they've stolen something, muffling their wretched heads and talking cock drinks, then stalking along the grave of face and half seas over. Well, if I bump against any of them, I'll pound a porridge-fed fart out of every one of their bodies, and then those servants of dandies that play ball in the street, pitchers and catchers both, everyone shall go underfoot, so stay at home and avoid danger.
He shows good sense, if he only had authority. Yes, that's the growing custom nowadays. That's the way with the servant class nowadays. There certainly is no control of them.
Curculio runs back and forth energetically.
Won't someone show me Phaedromus? My good genius, it's an emergency. I must meet the man instantly.
He's looking for you, sir.
What have you been up to?
Phaedromus steps forward out of the shadows of the doorway, where he and Palinurus have been hiding.
Hello, Curculio. I want you.
Who's calling? Who speaks my name?
A man that craves to meet you.
No more than I crave to meet you.
Ah, my opportunity, my long for Curculio. Bless you.
Same to you.
I'm delighted to have you safely here. Your hand, your hand. Where are my hopes? Speak, for the love of heaven, speak.
And where are my hopes? Speak for the love of heaven, speak.
Curculio staggers.
What's the matter?
Darkness veils my eyes. My knees give way beneath me for want of food.
By Jove, for fatigue, I fancy.
Hold me up, for heaven's sakes.
Phaedromus supports Curculio,
See how pale he turned.
then shouts to slaves within the house.
Quick, get him a chair to sit on, will you? And a bowl of water. Come, come, hurry, will you?
I feel faint.
Curculio contrives to make the task of supporting him extraordinarily difficult. Slaves enter carrying a chair and water. Palinurus comes out from the shadows and helps seat Curculio on the chair.
Want some water? If it has some morsels of food in it, give it here. For the love of heaven, let me gulp it down.
Don't curse you.
For the love of heaven, give me your happy homecoming.
By all means.
What are you two doing here for mercy's sake?
Giving you air.
But that air is not what I want.
What do you want then?
To eat, so as to have a happy homecoming.
You be everlastingly damned.
I am a dead man. I can barely see. My teeth are full of snot. My jaws are clearly eyed with hunger, such a state as I am in, all from vacuity of victuals, from intestinal fatigue.
You shall have something to eat at once.
Oh Lord, it is not something I want. I prefer a definite thing to just something.
But if you only knew about the leavings, what they are.
Ah, it is where they are that I am yearning to know, for my teeth certainly do need to have a conference with them.
Ham, tripe, sow's udder, sweetbreads?
All that? Really? Really? I dare say you mean they are in the pantry.
No, no, in the Plautus. Got ready for you after we realized you were coming.
Do not trifle with me, I beg you.
So love me the girl I love. I'm not lying. But about your mission, I've heard nothing.
Nothing is what I have brought you.
Oh, you've killed me.
I can revive you if you pay attention. After setting out according to your orders, I arrived in Caria. I saw your pal and asked him to supply you with the cash. You should not doubt his goodwill. He disliked to disappoint you. He wanted to do the proper thing as between friends and help you. His answer was brief and perfectly sincere, that he was in the same shape as you, very short of funds.
You're killing me with your story.
On the contrary, saving you, and that is my aim. After getting his answer, off I go to the forum, feeling glum at having come there all for nothing. It so happens I see a military man. Up I step and say good day to him. Good day to you, says he, and seizes my hand, takes me aside and asks what I have come to Caria for. A pleasure trip, says I. Then he inquires if I am acquainted with a certain Lyco, a banker in Epidaurus. I say him, what then? And a pimp named Capatix? I admit having seen him, but what do you want of him? Well, says he, I've bought a girl of him for 120 euros, and along with her some clothes and jewelry. They stood me 40 euros more. Have you paid him, says I? No, says he. The money is deposited with that banker, Lyco, I mentioned, and on the receipt of the letter from me sealed as my own ring. He has my orders to assist the bearer in getting the girl from the pimp, together the jewelry and the clothes. After hearing this, I leave him. He calls me back directly and invites me to dinner. I had scruples. I could not decline. What if we go and take our places at the table now? Says he. I like this idea. It is unseemly to delay or shorten the dinner hour. Everything is ready, says he, for us, since it seems we are here. After we had dined and got well sloshed, he calls for knuckle-bone dice and challenges me to a game. I stake my cloak, he stakes his mantle against it, and invokes Ponesium for good luck.
My sweetheart?
Keep still a moment. He throws vultures, all four the same. I grab the dice, invoke my first teacher, Hercules of eating contests, and throw Venus each side different. Venus trumps vultures. I toast his health, offering him a large glass filled to the brim. He drains it, lets his head drop, falls fast asleep. I draw off his ring and draw my feet down from the couch quietly to keep the soldier from hearing. The servants ask me where I am going. Where full men usually go, say I. The minute I caught sight of the door, I bolted out.
Glorious!
Save your glorification till I have consummated your desire. For the present, let us go in and use the soldier's seal on the letter.
I'm not keeping you, am I?
Yes, and first of all, let's force something down our throats. Ham, sours, udder, sweetbreads. This is the stuff to stay a stomach. Bread and roast beef, lots of booze, a big pot, so that we may be well supplied with wisdom. You shall prepare the letter, Palinurus. Here shall it wait on the table, and I shall eat. I'll tell you how to write it. Come along, this way.
Curculio eagerly heads for the door.
Coming.
Palinurus and Vidromus follow Curculio into the house.